Good morning. How you guys doing? I am currently in the process of changing out my serpentine belt and the tensioner. Why, you may ask? Well, on cold startups, it has a little belt squeak. So I figured I'd go ahead and replace the belt and the tensioner. Hopefully that'll solve my problems. While I'm in there, I'm going to go ahead and check the water pump, even though it's already been done. Probably about like 30,000 miles ago. Might as well check it. All of the idlers, there's 3 of them. Just gotta make sure they're moving freely and there's no grinding noises. Yeah. I've seen a lot of videos on doing the serpentine belt, but a lot of people don't take off the upper fan shroud for some reason. It's pretty easy, just 4 bolts, 4 push pins, come right out. Get a whole bunch of room. I'll show you guys later. I'm gonna try to use this belt right here for it. For some reason, GM didn't really give a part number for this one for my truck, even though this belt is the same size, the same length, same everything for the regular serpentine belt that they gave me. So I'll try to give this one a shot. Hopefully it'll work and not give me any problems. Now the tensioner, here's the part number for the tensioner. Hopefully it's not backwards. This right here should bolt up just fine. I got it from Rock Auto, said it fit my truck. Let's honestly hope it freaking works just fine. Yeah, most of my parts I've been getting for this truck has actually been from Rock Auto, believe it or not. They have such great value for like any vehicle, honestly. There's no point in going to the dealership and spending twice as much, because I'm actually about to do the undercarriage service for this thing. And that includes the front rear differential, transfer case, and the transmission. That video hopefully should be coming out very soon. But it's not at 150,000 miles yet, so I'm not gonna do it yet, so it's not needed. But yeah, hopefully I can get that out for you guys. I got another Banks product that hopefully will make my life a little easier and make it look a little cleaner. I'm not gonna spoil it just yet, but it's nothing too expensive compared to what it would have been if I got both of them, if that gives you a hint of what it is. So hope you guys enjoy the video, and I'll show you guys where I'm at this point in time right now. Right, as of right now, obviously I have the upper fan shroud removed. Now I did try to take this off just to hopefully see what I was doing right. Fortunately I got it stuck, so I put it back on there. Other than that, with the upper fan shroud removed, you have all this space to get the belt out, no problem. There's the fickum. Obviously there's the tensioner and stuff like that. But yeah, other than that, all you need is, I use this one time for this push pin right here because of the tensioner. Other than that, I use this one right here, just the blue point. You can buy any of these anywhere from like Harbor Freight. I think Harbor Freight is probably the best thing that you can do for getting tools, especially if you're doing like a hobby thing. Yeah, other than that, let's hopefully get to taking this belt off, and hopefully I can remember how to put it back on. It doesn't seem too bad. Obviously my sticker right here is quite faded. I want to try to see if I can get these replaced. I also need to replace this whole thing because unfortunately it's cracked right there. But yeah, other than that, hopefully it should be straight. I got the fan belt off, or serpentine belt. It was actually quite easy. Actually, I misspoke. There's only 2 idlers. One here, which I think they feel fine. Yeah. Ooh, I don't know about that, actually. I don't know. I'm thinking that I'm gonna have to make a parts store run. There's no point in just leaving them there, especially if them sound like that. Ooh, that thing just sounds rough. Man, this thing just sounded rough altogether. But it wasn't that hard to get it off with the fan shroud off. You obviously get a whole bunch more space. I mean, it's just a no-brainer. 4 bolts, 2 push pins. Yeah. Luckily, my dad is a mechanic, so he knows, like, what's acceptable play and not. So I'm gonna go ask him. Hopefully, he can shed some wisdom. I am grateful to have him. Obviously, you've seen him in my videos. But yeah, hopefully, I can keep on learning from him. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm helping him out and learning the process. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. I got some bad news. Good news is that these bad boys should work, or at least this one should work for the replacement for this one. I guess they changed the design a little bit. It's a little bit narrower. Hopefully it shouldn't be too much of a problem. My dad said as long as these bad boys are about the same, it should be good to go. Also, the belt that it was a little questionable, about the same size. Maybe a little smaller, maybe a little bigger. Who freaking cares, right? But this bad boy's for. He did say that there was some wear in it for the idlers, so I'm just going to replace it. I'm already here. There's no point in freaking just prolonging it, right? Now, he did say that I did have a little coolant leak. Hopefully it's from some O-ring or some cold water leak that he said. Because obviously I don't drive this thing that much. Freaking this thing, I don't even drive it. I don't even think like 5,000 miles a year. So I don't drive that much. I have 2 vehicles. I drive barely any. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try to tighten up those bolts. Hopefully it's just a cold water leak. Hopefully it shouldn't need that much other than that. I am gonna go ahead and blow this thing out and brake clean where the coolant is. Hopefully that should solve my problems. Who knows? Or not brake clean. Clean it, tighten up the bolts. Hopefully that should solve that problem. Other than that, I'm off to the parts store. Hopefully they have these in an AC Delco, because I only like using AC Delco. I mean, yeah, there might be a Gates. Like this bad boy right here, it's a Gates. The belt I have, it's a Gates, even though it says AC Delco. Freaking crazy, I know. But yeah, other than that, yeah, hopefully it shouldn't be too long before I come back here. Hopefully it's not like noon or something. That would suck. So, because it's a Sunday, I'd rather not be doing this right now. So, yeah, see you guys in a little bit. Well, what I feared has come to pass. No one has the idlers I want. I'm trying to stick with the AC Delco. Blame me. But I'm gonna have to order them online. Hopefully they'll come soon. But other than that, it's just gonna say it's torn apart. I've already disconnected batteries before I started. I forgot to say that. But now this bad boy is really just gonna sit here like a yard ornament. For real this time. Because I don't drive, like I said. So, other than that, hopefully I'll resume this next weekend. Yay. So, other than that, hope you guys have a good day. I'll see you next time, I guess. Later, here I am, once again. I haven't driven this thing in a while. So, if I get the new tensioners, I'm from Rock Auto, obviously. I guess they changed the designs a little bit. Here they are. They should work no problem. I was able to get all data though. So all data is like a place where you can put in your vehicle information. Obviously you gotta pay for it, I think. So I paid $60 for a whole year just for this specific truck. So if I had work on these trucks constantly, then yeah, it'd be perfect. But if I'm working on different vehicles, obviously you have to pay a little bit more. But I have everything specific to this truck. So like these idlers go to 27 foot-pounds. Didn't know that. I didn't want to trust the internet. At least I know that I'm getting the right information for this truck. And the tensioner is 30 foot-pounds. So I actually had to go out and buy a torque wrench from Harbor Freight. Obviously, Harbor Freight, yeah, it's not the best like snap-on, but for doing something like this pretty quick and easy, it shouldn't have a problem. I'm hopefully gonna try to show you guys torquing and stuff like that. Yeah, they're all 14 millimeter bolts, super easy. Hopefully I can set up the camera easy enough for you guys to see. I don't know yet, because I'm literally on a ladder right now. So, yeah, go ahead and finish this thing up finally. And before I do that, I'm actually going to test out the batteries, because this thing loves to consume batteries. Last time I checked it, this bad boy was working just fine. The one over there by the firewall, 0%. So this thing was running on one battery for quite a while. So I want to try to keep up with that. But yeah, so let's get this thing started. Right, got you guys all set up, ready to go. Thankfully I found a really good spot right here. So hopefully, I know the fan's in the way, but you know what? You can still get the gist. So before I do the tensioner, I'm going to do the idlers. So idlers go right here. Put the bolt in. Now, on the all data, it's basically like the like how Chevy would do it, right? So if you click on it, it says not to use any like Loctite or anything like that, or any type of liquid for these, because then it'll mess up the torque spec. So here's my brand new Icon torque wrench. Already set to 27 foot-pounds. All right, let's hope to God I can get this bad boy in here pretty quick and easy. Try to rub this out the way. Get that? All right, that one's done. Still spins pretty freely. On to the next idler. Obviously, like, the fan is in the way a little bit, but honestly, it's not worth me taking it off just to do this real quick. I say real quick, but you know what I mean. And I'm doing this by hand because my luck, I cross-thread these things. Even though cross-threading is nature's Loctite, I certainly don't want to be in a position to where I need to take these things off again and have to replace this whole bracket. Because Lord knows that would be a huge pain in the behind. Alright, here goes another 27 foot-pounds. Obviously this is a little tighter because I'm not trying to move too much out of the way. Alright. More click. Good enough. Alright, now time for the tensioner. So like I said, these are 30 foot-pounds for the tensioner. Alright. It's set. It's hard to see, but it's set. I'm gonna grab it real quick. Alrighty. Just gotta make sure you put it back to where it goes, because there's a little hole right here. It's an oval and not a regular circle like this one is. So it obviously goes like this. Okay, so just put that in there. Put that in here. Put this bad boy like this. Start slowly threading it in. Oh yeah, while I'm doing this, the Banks thing that I got came in this past Friday, so that's always fun. Can't wait to install that. I'd like to try to make a video on that, but Lord knows if I'm going to. Alright, all tight, ready to go. Alright, well, I guess that's one less thing left to do. Now, time for the fun part. The belt. Got my green belt. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'll make sure I have the numbers facing out on the motor. So if that way, if I need to ever replace it, I can just look at the part number. And hopefully, it'd be pretty easy to find that way. So, holy cow, this thing's long. See, I don't know if you guys want to be watching this, because I'm thinking I'm going to be struggling quite a bit. Okay, so, let's go down here. And be careful not to mess up the fins on your radiator, because then it just blocks airflow and it's not a fun time. Okay, move the fan over here. So I have to use the fan blade to turn the belt, so that way it'll be a lot easier, you know, use it. If I'm not mistaken, going around fan like this, then around the power steering pump, right here. I have pictures of all of this, like I said, so if I ever need to go back and look at it, I will. Alright, looks like everything's on there good. When you're doing this, you want to make sure that you're putting the belt where it goes, and make sure it's not off any, because Lord knows if it's off, it's gonna be a bad problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and fight this thing on, make sure everything's all good to go, because I can't really see because my phone's in the way, unfortunately. But yeah, hopefully this thing should be up and going in the next 15-20 minutes. All right, after I get this on, I'll come back and show you guys, and I'll test the batteries. Alrighty, well, belt's in. Looking pretty dang nice if you ask me. Obviously I didn't film any of it, but everything went exactly how it came out. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. I will say that the belt, holy cow, was hard as heck to get on. Yeah, so everything's all good. The belt did work. So if you guys ever want to get the, I guess the HD version or just a green belt, you can most definitely get it. And it works just fine. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one. One more thing. So, one way to tell that your tensioner is bad, per my dad, is that you see this gap right here? The bushing has wore out. So the bushing is actually sitting on one side of it. So it's actually tilted like this. So straight up and down. So it's actually tilted like this. So that could cause, you know, the belt not to sit right on the pulley, as well as just total catastrophic failure of your belt because it's only riding on one side and wearing on one side. It's a good thing that I replaced this, and hopefully you guys don't have to go through something horrible like a belt breaking or something, or a tensioner being broke. So, all right, see you guys later.